Just like there are tons of machines at the gym to shape your body, there are tons of tools to heal your relationship with food. Binge eating isn't unsolvable. You just haven't found your method yet. Protect your peace like it's your skincare routine. Trust yourself like you trusted your ex's potential. No one is better than anyone, but you are better than your dusty ex. So girl, chill. You are fine. I know you've probably been struggling with binge eating for years. You've tried, you failed. You've tried again, and you failed again. But bestie, this journey won't be like the last one. Because now, you have me. I'm not gonna let my girls go through this alone, okay? Not this time. Not on my watch. If you're a Gossip Girl fan, you probably remember the scene where Blair is in the bathtub, stressed over Chuck Bass, binge eating macarons and drinking champagne, like her life is falling apart. Girl, you are in that level. So here's the real question. What's the Chuck Bass in your life right now? What's that one thing messing with your head, your heart, your peace? Well, it could be your job, school stress, friendships that don't feel safe anymore, a relationship that's confusing, like a situationship. I fucking hate that word. Or maybe you just feel lost and don't even know why you feel like this. And when you don't know how to deal with, food becomes comfort. That moment of sweetness, that crunch, that full stomach, it feels like a pause. But it's not fixing the real problem, right? So today, let's talk about how to actually heal that. Lesson number 1. Binge eating is about mind problem. Binge eating isn't just a habit of eating too much. It's a signal, a message from your mind. Because honestly, almost everything we do as humans is rooted in a deep, instinctive need. Okay, let me give you some examples. This is a perspective I got from the book Atomic Habits, and after I read it, my mind literally went like boom. So in the book, it explains how so many of our daily actions are actually rooted in deeper emotional needs. For example, let's say you open Tinder. It's not actually just about dating. It's connected to our primal instinct to find love and reproduce. It's not just because you want to date. Deep down, you want to feel loved, wanted, connected. When you post on Instagram, you're fulfilling a deep need for social approval and belonging, to be seen, accepted, and validated. When you scroll through Facebook, you're responding to the human need to connect and bond with others. It's about staying in the loop, feeling close, and maintaining relationships. So then I ask myself, if these everyday actions are driven by emotional needs, what about binge eating? Like, why do we binge even when we're not physically hungry? What's the real craving behind it? It's that feeling of emptiness, that little void inside us. And the quickest way to fill it? Food. Our brain is always trying to make us feel better in the fastest, easiest way possible. And food, it works instantly. It's comforting, it's easy, and it's always around. So when we feel lonely, anxious, and stressed, our brain sends a message like, it's something, fill the gap, feel better. That's why we end up binge eating. We binge not because we're weak, but because the brain is trying to feel emotional emptiness in the fastest way possible. It's just not always the healthiest solution. Why does food make us feel good, even when we're not hungry? It actually goes way back, like Stone Age back. So back in the day, like caveman days, finding food was hard. You had to hunt, gather, survive, and food, especially high-calorie food, meant you lived another day. So when people found food, the brain rewarded them with dopamine, that yes, feel good chemical. Why? Because your brain wanted you to remember it and go find it more. Your brain is like, food equal survival. Save it, eat it now. You might not find it more later. Fast forward to now, food is everywhere. But guess what? Your brain still reacts like it's in survival mode. You see sugar, junk food, carbs, your brain's like, yes, this could save us, let's eat it all. Even when you're not physically hungry, your brain is wired to chase comfort, safety, and energy. And food is the fastest way to get all three. It's working ancient instincts in a modern world. Why does stress make us binge eat? When you're stressed, your brain and body go into survival mode. Your brain thinks, we're in danger, we gotta do something. And guess what feels safe, comforting, and easy? Food. Especially foods that are sweet, salty, or fatty, because they give you a quick dopamine hit. Instant pleasure. Instant calm. Let me talk a little bit about the science behind stress eating. Allow me to step a little bit in my teaching era, because I know as soon as it gets a little academic, you're like, skip. But I'm not gonna let my bestie miss her chance to be a hot girl with brains. So listen up. Fact number 1. Stress makes your cortisol go wee. Your body is like, oh no, we're stressed? Emergency mode. So it releases cortisol. And cortisol, she's messy. She got a lot of issues. She makes you crave pizza, fries, ice cream, because your brain is like, quick, eat the energy. Fact number 2. Food equals an instant emotional band-aid. When you eat, your brain gets a hit of dopamine, aka the yes queen chemical, and serotonin. Everything's fine now one. That's why food can feel like the fastest way to self-soothe. So yeah, your brain's basically like one cookie. Peace treaty signed with my emotions. It feels like relief. It feels like safety. And in that moment, it works. But only temporary. Because once that dopamine wears off, the emotion underneath is still there. That's why emotional eating becomes a loop. Not because you're weak, but because your brain keeps reaching for the fastest way to fix it. Fact number 3. Your brain is lazy but sweet. Binge eating isn't about a control issue. It's literally your brain trying to help, just using the easiest, fastest, most delicious tool it knows. So next time you're in the kitchen at midnight, like, why do I want pizza, ice cream, brownies right now? Just know, it's not you. It's your prehistoric brain trying to hug you. Sometimes I wish my brain wasn't so nice. Like, girl, you can be a little mean, you know? I don't need that let's crave some sugar at midnight signal, okay? I'm fine. I'm okay. Like, just go to sleep. Your problem is not that big. Bestie, your problem is not that big. Don't blow it up in your head. It's not some huge, impossible enemy. This isn't a massive project that's gonna take a month of grinding. It's something simple. Something you can flip in just a few seconds. Take a damn deep breath and repeat after me. This is easy. This can change in seconds. This isn't a big deal. Say it like you mean it. And program this into your brain. When you think like that, the fear gets smaller and your heart feels lighter. Do not feed your problem with fear. It doesn't deserve that much power. It's not something big, scary devil. It's literally a minion singing banana all the time. This one. Very, very mini-sized, okay? Kinda cute actually. When you think something is too big, you create pressure in your mind. And when there's too many pressure, it's really hard to even start. We're not trying to fix your whole life overnight. We're just cleaning your room. You know, when your room's a mess and you're like, oh, I have to clean everything. So you avoid it for days. But then you finally just fold one shirt. And suddenly you're like halfway done. That's what healing binge eating is like. You don't need to clean the whole house. You just need to pick up one shirt. It looks overwhelming, like your room is a disaster. But it's actually not. You just have to start small. And for people who misunderstand this mindset as avoiding problems, not thinking your problem is huge doesn't mean you're avoiding it. It's not about pretending the problem doesn't exist. It's about choosing how much power you give it in your mind. Here's why it's not avoidance and actually healthy mindset. Listen up, ladies. Your wellness Baddie, your favorite gym girl, and your manifestation queen is here to teach you the Baddie Mindset. Baddie Mindset number 1. It's not that deep, but also I'm not ignoring it. Sometimes you just gotta tell your brain, yeah, this sucks, but I'm not gonna let it ruin my whole vibe. You're still facing the problem, you're just not panicking. Avoidance is ignoring the issue altogether. But when you say this isn't a big deal, you're actually calming your nervous system so you can handle it better. It's emotional regulation, not denial. Baddie Mindset number 2. I'm chill about it. because I trust myself to handle it. You're separating facts from feelings. You're not saying the problem doesn't exist. You're just not making it a bigger deal than it actually is. It's not that I don't care. It's that I don't panic anymore. Because I've been through stuff and I know I'll get through this too. Calm isn't careless. It's confident. Baddie mindset number 3. Not every problem deserves main character energy. You're keeping perspective. You zoom out and realize some problems? They just need some matcha, a hot girl walk, and a bath. You don't have to emotionally unpack every inconvenience like it's a TED talk. Protect your peace like it's your skincare routine. Trust yourself like you trusted your ex's potential. No one is better than anyone, but you are better than your dusty ex who only texted you back at midnight. Baddie mindset number 4. Being calm doesn't mean I'm numb. It means I'm evolving. Girl, old me, she would cry for like 3 days straight. New me, I acknowledge it, I feel it, and I deal with. And then I get 8 hours of sleep, sip my matcha, hit the gym, decline my excess text, walk 10k steps, hit my protein goal, and feel grateful that I'm built like this. That's not avoiding. That's called growth. So what's the real difference? Avoidance is like, I don't want to think about it. I'll just pretend it's not there. But a healthy mindset is more like, yeah, there's a problem. I see it and I'm aware of it. But I'm not gonna let it ruin my whole mood or take over my day. Guys, I know so many people are stressing over this binge eating thing. I get it because I've been through it too. I know exactly how it feels. I have like so much to say about this topic, but there's no way I can fit it all into one video. So I'm gonna break it down and share everything with you over time, video by video. But here's the one thing that I want you to know, like right now, you're not alone. I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. You're not alone. Even if you're not proud of yourself right now, even if you're mad at yourself for binge eating again, just know this. We are all human. And honestly, most people are dealing with something. There's high chance the problem you're facing right now is something so many others are secretly struggling with too. And at the end of the day, it's gonna be nothing. One day you'll look back on this moment and say, wow, remember that face? And you will laugh about it. You will move on. And I'm gonna help you get there, okay? You're not alone. Okay, then I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. Tschüss, tschüss.